Welcome to the Geeks Attic. This is an expanded universe book review of Star Wars: The Krytos Trap. Star Wars: The Krytos Trap, Book 3 in the X-Wing series, written by New York Times Bestselling Author Michael A. Stackpole. Now, this expanded universe story takes place in the New Republic era, about 7 years after the Battle of Yavin. Now, let's get into a brief summary. Rogue Squadron pilot Tycho Celchu faces persecution and trial for the death of other Rogue Squadron member Corran Horn. The Krytos virus, which is manipulated to affect non-human races, causes division within the New Republic. The need for Bacta is reaching the point of desperation as the Empire and cartels have mass stock of the much-needed medical substance. The stakes are high for so many of the characters in this tale as they fight against the Empire and the sleeper agents that are just chipping away at the New Republic forces. Now let's get into my overall thoughts. I love the fact that there is this distrust between the Rogue Squadron heroes and the politicians of the New Republic. I like the concept that one of their own is actually a traitor, and by one of their own, I mean one of the members of Rogue Squadron is a traitor to Rogue Squadron and the New Republic. Yet, I believe this aspect of the story could have been handled a little bit differently. If Michael A. Stackpole would have led readers to have a big distrust for the character of Tycho Celchu, it would have been so much more entertaining, so much more fun. But we were actually spoon-fed the truth of what's actually happening through the perspective of the Empire itself. We know what the truth is just because one of the other characters is thinking about it or talking about it with somebody else. And where's the fun in that? Let the reader believe that Tycho Celchu is actually guilty of something. So, spoiler alert, but it doesn't really matter because it's spoiled really fast in the story. The book sheds light on the complications of building up a new governmental power, especially with this Krytos virus spreading. It makes things very difficult. It's targeting the non-humans, which causes a lot of conflict between the different races throughout the galaxy. At the birth of the New Republic, we see that corruption is taking root pretty fast. Guilty or not, Tycho Celchu needs to be a sacrifice because the New Republic wants to show the citizens of the galaxy that they're going to be just as harsh, just as just, fair, whatever word you want to throw in there, on humans. They want to be just as hard on humans as the Empire was on aliens or non-humans. And that's just, not fair. I appreciated this third installment of the X-Wing series much more than the previous two. I imagine creating a Star Wars story wouldn't really be that complicated. However, creating a Star Wars story that actually has depth, putting a microscope up to the characters and the political affairs throughout the galaxy, making these powerful arcs in characters, that has to be difficult. So Michael A. Stackpole did a fine job of making this story have some actual weight and throwing in some very interesting things with one of the characters. That I will not spoil. So, do I recommend that you pick up and read Star Wars: The Krytos Trap, Book 3 of the X-Wing series? Yes. This is the best one yet. Of course, I know there's quite a few more that I've got to get through. So for the rating, I am going to give this story a B. Check me out across all social media at The Geeks Attic and thegeeksaddict.com. Subscribe if you haven't already so you'll be notified when I post more videos like more Star Wars Expanded Universe book reviews and much more. Have a good one.